You been on a bad date?
Oh my gosh. There's this one date that's etched into my head. Um, and it was a lot, but I'll give the the super condensed version. First of all, dude was drunk, and how I realized that was we went to a concert. We drove separately, and we were trying to coordinate parking, and that's when I could tell like his words was slurring and all kind of crazy stuff. So we both found parking not close to each other, but around the where the concert was. As as we're walking to the building of the concert, he's so drunk he has to use the bathroom. Now we're like 2 blocks up from where the concert was. Instead of him waiting until we get into the building, he he uses the bathroom on the side of the building. I should have went home right then.
Dip into an alley, or he just did it on the side?
No, on the side of the building where the street was, where anybody driving past could see. I should have left right there.
I was gonna say you must have really wanted to go to that concert.
I did. First of all, we went to see Charlie Wilson was the main, you know, uh, 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 feature. But opening for him was Chuck Brown.
Yeah,
I'm from the DMV.
yep,
We love us some Chuck Brown here.
yep.
I really, really, really wanted to see Chuck Brown. With us trying to coordinate parking because he's drunk and we can't, we miss the first few minutes of the concert, which was Chuck Brown's whole lineup. We missed the whole thing
You missed Chuck Brown in his entirety.
in its entirety. When
Oh,
we got there,
yeah,
yeah, when we got in the building, the DJ was playing because they were setting up for Charlie Wilson to come on and do his set.
that's messed up.
So anyway, so we go in. First thing he does was this place had served alcohol. He wants to go get a drink. I'm like, no, I'm good. So I go to our seats, give him his ticket. So he comes in later
Hold on,
because he's
hold
uh,
on. Go train of thought. He paid
okay.
for the tickets, or you pay for the tickets?
I paid for the tickets, but he paid me back. So I bought the tickets. Yeah.
They was in your name. You could have left his ass. I'm
I
thinking
could.
like, I'm thinking like he must have paid for the tickets. Y'all got to go to will call, so that's why she's hanging in there.
No, it was and I had never seen Charlie Wilson before. So I was like, but I really want to see Chuck. So anyway,
He
so
goes to get a
he's
drink. You go to the seats.
right. He's drunk again. So as he's walking to our seats, he's spilling his drink. He has 2 drinks. I told you I didn't want one. He has 2 drinks. He's spilling the drink on people trying to get to the seat. So then Charlie comes on. It's a lot that happens. Let me just say, dude start dancing. He could dance, even drunk, he could dance, but because he's drunk, he's wild as hell, hitting everybody, accidentally because he's drunk, but still. And the lady behind us start getting into it with me because he's my date, so she's thinking I should be able to control him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is only our second date. I don't know this dude like that. Yeah, I don't know him like that. So anyway, at one point, this is when that song "Take Your Shirt Off, Twist It Around Your Head, Take It Like a Helicopter." He took his jacket and started swinging it around his head. So now the zipper part of his jacket is starting to hit everybody around us. So look, so this happened. I said, I know where this is going. So I turned around in my seat and looked at the stage and was like, I just acting like I didn't know him. And just as I thought, the woman behind us went and got security and he got thrown out. And I acted like I didn't know him.
I ain't mad at you.
But that's not it. So I stay. I enjoy the rest of Charlie Wilson because I had never seen him before. Amazing show. As we're leaving, oh, that's another reason why I didn't want to go because I didn't know what was his attitude was going to be. So I didn't want to leave by myself. So I waited for the crowd. As I'm leaving, he calls me. Because he's drunk, he wasn't paying attention to the street signs.
Oh,
His car got towed.
oh shit. Worse.
Yeah. I said, well, I hope you can have somebody come pick you up. I was out.
You ain't even go. Dang. You know what?
Nope.
I'm not mad at you for that though. Because he acted such an ass all night. And some of these dudes out here ain't right. Especially and if he was willing to act that fucking ignorant in public, ain't no telling what he would do if it was just you two together. So
Yeah.
he made the wise call on that one.
Yeah.
You know, I almost got into a fight at an Erica Badu concert.
Oh no. How? She's so peace and love. How you?
Okay, similar to the dude that you was on a date with, you know, I was there with my wife at the time. And, you know, because I'm tall, I like to sit on the edge. So, you know, normally they don't let people walk and like just stand in the aisles. The ushers will come and be like, hey, you got to get out the aisle because you're blocking people's vision. Well, this one dude, him and his gal, when Erica came on, they was just in the aisle and then they wouldn't move. Even though the ushers saw me and some of the other people that were around were trying to like, hey, bro, like, can you move back to your seat because you blocking our view? So out of all the people that was trying to ask him to move, he took issue with me. So he wouldn't move. So then he starts trying to like antagonize me, like kind of like dance and wiggle his ass. And his lady is saying, like, I'm not thinking this is funny at all, right? So, and I'm not no fighter, but I was like, oh, I'm about to either he gonna whoop my ass, I'm gonna whoop, but I'm about to put my hands on him. So I'm taking
Mm,
my watch off. You know how I start taking his stuff off. I'm handing and my and my ex-wife said she was like, "You really about to fight at the Erica Badu concert?" I said, "Yep, I'm about to whoop his ass." So you know when motherfuckers really don't want to fight, so they kind of scuffle around, so they start to pushing the shit, hoping somebody breaks it up. So that was
mm.
me because I really didn't want to fight, but I wanted to fight. So you know, I kind of push him or whatever. And you know who broke up the fight?
Cool.
Erica Badu. She was
Really?
she was on the stage and was like, "Why y'all fighting at my concert?" And everybody kind of like looking at us, and I was like, "Yeah, we look like some asses right now." And his gal finally got him and was like, come on, you creating the scene." But yeah, I'm gonna Erica Badu called me out.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
might have said anything, might have whooped my ass, but like you pissed me off. That I was hot.
He probably chose you because you would. Were you the biggest? Because you kind of, you look like intimidating. So,
I would think that you'd be like, "Hey man, leave that dude alone, man. Go pick up
but
somebody."
no, you know how they say. Well, I've heard this when people go to prison, they say you pick the person that you think
Oh,
is the
looking, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I guess why would you have that mentality at the Erica Badu concert though?
True.
I get in a prison setting for sure. I might agree with that, but at Erica Badu, it's supposed to be peace and hair grease, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, but that was a good memory, man. I'm trying to think about it on a good date that I've been on, but it's funny how like a lot of times you remember all the bad, but sometimes it's hard to bring back the good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I've been on some good dates. Oh, I know one.
Okay.
Uh, I tried to date this young lady, and I was really feeling her. And I think we went out one time. Or no, we were just talking on the phone. We was trying to like get to know each other. And I think she understood that I was, really trying to take it there with her. And she was like, well, listen, I'm not even really feeling this right now. And I was like, damn, for real? Because, when a dude really wants a chick, he wants her.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I was like, hey, let's go out and trying to just fuck, whatever. Like I was like, no, I want to be with you. And she was like, I ain't really on that. Um, but then fast forward like a year, and I got tickets from one of my frat brothers to a WNBA game. And I was like, man, who am I gonna take? Who am I gonna take? I said, I'm gonna call her. So I called her and she said, yeah. So we went to the game and had a great time. I want to say, was it Juneteenth? It was something because it was a black night. It was a Black History night. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and the game was good and everything, and we really, really had a great time. So I'm gonna say that's probably recently, probably one of the one.
Yeah, I can see it. like you said, when you have good dates, it's hard to pick just one. I've had a lot of good dates. I've had a few bad ones, but this one date I went on, it wasn't necessarily that the date was great. It was mostly the location. So this guy called me and he was like, how would you like to have lunch on the beach? And I was like, I would love to, because anybody knows me knows that the beach is my happy place. So I was like, I'm serious. So I was,
You know why I roll my eyes.
anybody think about it? So I was like, yeah, of course. And I'm thinking he's planning for the future. And he was like, well, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, so I'm still thinking he's talking about the future. I'm thinking, we're going to go to lunch today, but the beach part is future. Mind you, I didn't know that there's a beach that's like an hour away from me. I'm thinking the few that I thought of take at least 2.5 to 3 hours to get to. Not thinking that. So we drove to a beach that's like I said, like an hour away from me. So like that was, and then, we ate at a restaurant that was on the beach and walked around the beach for a little bit, and then he brought me home. I mean, that it was great to me because, like, again, I love the beach.
You know I gotta ask.
Okay,
Get the draws.
no.
What? Ah, man. This look.
This is why I say it.
Listen, you might have should have lied because dudes, you know, how, like, we just had a talk, right? It was like guys aren't creative. They try to do one size fit all, and they don't want to ask what you want to do. This man was spontaneous, took you to the beach, wined you and dined you, brought you home safely, and you still didn't give him the draws.
There are reasons. There are reasons. First of all, like I said, the date itself was great because of the location. Doesn't mean it was the best date. I found out not too long after that 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 dude was married. So
Oh,
was I still supposed to give him the draws? No.
I mean, if you're gonna be with somebody that's supposed to be with, go all the way with it.
No. And this was before I was in the lifestyle, so I was definitely
But you didn't know that at the time that he
I
was.
did not know that at the time. No.
Okay, so that's not an excuse. That's not a reason.
No, I found out after again, that date was a lunch date. I mean when we finished the date, he took me home. So there was no time
No, yeah.
to get it in.
This is conversate after dark. I've
Yes.
had sex during the daytime before.
Yes, but
I said, no matter, it's a lunch date. So I'm shutting that down. What other reason did you
he
have?
went back to work. So, yes, we went to lunch and then he went back to work.
What kind
He
of damn job he got? He going to take a 4 hour.
he did own his own company.
Okay.
Matter of fact, that's how we met because I did some freelancing work for him, which
Okay.
is another reason why I decided not would actually this was before I found out he was married. Another reason why I decided not to keep dating him was because I felt like he would try to hold my checks hostage.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, yes, yes. He did that the first time he did that. We went out to lunch. And then he kept doing it. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good. And then it was after that, a friend of mine told me that he was married.
Wait. How he holding your check hostage? He's like, well, yeah, I'll bring it to if you go out with me, I'll bring your check.
Well, it wasn't like that, I should say. He didn't phrase it like that. It wasn't like a I'm not going to give you your check if you don't go out with me, but I don't know. I told you sometimes I have a hard time saying it wasn't like he wasn't bad looking. He was nice. He was somebody I could talk to because you know me, if I'm quiet, if the other person is not able to start the conversation, I can't, So we had good conversation. So I was like, okay. Wasn't thinking of it at first. This was, it is what it is. But once I realized every time this dude brings me my check, and it was freelance. So it's not like I could, I have a company I could go to. He's the company.
Put my check in the mail, bro.
But anyway, yeah, that's why I said the location was nice. Yes, he was spontaneous. That was great, but it was just, yeah, he wasn't the guy.